Battlefield and Call of Duty, rival shooters that each try to fight for our attention. Call of Duty is clearly the top dog in terms of sales, but it doesn't mean COD has never worried about Battlefield's competition. Because truth be told, there were many moments where Battlefield scared Call of Duty straight. They forced COD to try new things and even reinvent themselves. So today, I'm gonna walk you through the times where Battlefield scared Call of Duty and we, the consumer, got a better product for it. Let's dive in. In 2011, the game industry was firing on all cylinders. I mean, you had to be there, man. It was wall-to-wall Game of the Year contenders. No downtime, no room to breathe, just bangers. And when holiday season hit, it was the Battle of the Titans. Modern Warfare 3 versus Battlefield 3. Now let's be real. This was the tail end of what we now call the golden age of COD. Modern Warfare 3 was good. It was really good. But it felt like a remix of MW2 more than a true sequel. Like MW2 was this wild leap forward from COD 4. It was innovating and expanding on almost everything about the first Modern Warfare. But Modern Warfare 3, it was more like a fine-tuning. It was safe. And that opened the door just a crack for Battlefield 3 to slip in and start turning heads. You remember seeing it for the first time? Battlefield 3 was a freaking powerhouse. The scale was insane. And the big thing that made it really stand tall, the thing that made every COD fan a little bit nervous, was the destruction. Walls collapsed, cover blew apart. You shoot down an alleyway and dust, paper, debris, everything's just exploding into the air. It felt alive, not scripted, not fake. The world reacted to the fight. COD, not so much. COD's engine at the time was getting old. Like, you could feel the rust. Sure, it was fast and snappy and combat was tight, but compared to Battlefield, it felt so sanitized and limited by its tech. And honestly, it was hard to defend COD at this point. Battlefield fans were eating good, and even if COD was still more popular overall, we all kind of knew Battlefield 3 was a banger. And seemingly, so did the COD developers. Fast forward 2 years later, in 2013, Infinity Ward came back with Call of Duty Ghost. And let's just say, this was supposed to be their big answer to Battlefield's destruction tech. They hyped up these new dynamic map elements like it was this revolutionary system that would make every match feel different. Maps that responded to your actions. Every round was unique, they said. What they meant was you could go up to a red skull symbol on one wall in one specific map to place a C4 and unlock a new hallway. No randomness, no creativity. It was as destructive, dynamic, and random as me pressing the garage door button and opening it. And compared to Battlefield, it was honestly kind of embarrassing. Battlefield let you literally carve through the environment, blow out entire walls, drop buildings, reshape cover mid-match, and COD Ghost had a telephone pole fall on a parked car. Once, on the edge of the map. Like, that's cool, I guess. Hope you were looking in the right direction to actually see it happen. There was even this pre-order exclusive map called Freefall that was clearly a response to the skyscraper collapse in Battlefield 4, which released alongside COD Ghost, and it was just this small little play space squished between two buildings that sometimes slid down a few feet. Yeah, not great. Battlefield's destruction changed how you played, created chaos. Ghost's destruction was a novelty. It didn't matter. It wasn't gameplay changing. It was set dressing, and everyone could feel it. It was like COD was chasing a trend it didn't fully understand. Fast forward 3 years, and Battlefield once again reared its head right when Call of Duty was getting a little too comfy with itself. It's 2016, and we're at the tail end of the jetpack era, and the COD community is tired. Tired of the flying around, tired of the laser guns, and tired of robots and sci-fi gadgets replacing that grounded military tech and weaponry that we were used to. People were begging for boots on the ground, gritty, grounded combat again. We wanted soldiers, not astronauts. So naturally, what does Call of Duty do? They announce Infinite Warfare, another futuristic shooter, so futuristic that it takes place in outer space. It felt completely disconnected from what fans were asking for. Like, seriously tone deaf, doesn't even begin to cover it. And the internet exploded. The reveal trailer got clowned so hard, it became one of the most disliked videos in YouTube history. People weren't mad, they were offended. And then 4 days later, DICE drops the reveal trailer for Battlefield 1. And it was glorious. This wasn't lasers and spaceships. This was World War I. Muddy trenches, grounded rifles, flamethrowers, horses, zeppelins, actual history. The tone was heavy, immersive, and serious. You could feel the weight of it. The trailer alone blew Infinite Warfare out of the water. It looked like you were watching a war movie, not some Saturday morning cartoon. And the game, well, it was even better. Battlefield 1 had some of the most jaw-dropping visuals we had ever seen on a console. The lighting, the atmosphere, the smoke, and of course, Battlefield's trademark destruction. It was literally insane. And on PC with everything maxed out, it didn't even really seem plausible. It kind of looked like CGI. Battlefield came out swinging, and COD was not even remotely prepared. Now, Infinite Warfare's entire marketing cycle after that was damage control. First, they bundled in a remastered Modern Warfare with the more expensive Legacy Edition. Basically saying, hey, we know you don't want this futuristic stuff, so here's the game that you actually liked. Then they quietly changed the box art. It originally showed a soldier holding a space helmet, but then it got replaced with two generic dudes holding rifles. Like, see, hey, it's guns, real war, totally not sci-fi. You could practically hear the panic in the interviews too. Devs kept stressing over and over, this is a grounded military story, we promise. But the damage was done. When the dust settled, Battlefield wasn't just better, it was embarrassing for COD. And that was the wake-up call. That loss prompted Infinity Ward to rethink everything. They started building something serious, something real. And that is how we got the Modern Warfare reboot in 2019. A gritty, grounded, boots-on-the-ground military shooter. They completely rebuilt the COD engine to support graphics and finally put COD on the top of the industry for the first time since COD 4. The animations of the game raised the bar for the whole industry. Sound design actually stood toe-to-toe with Battlefield. COD finally looked like they had caught up. Not because they wanted to, but because Battlefield forced them to. And we, as COD fans, benefited. Now here we are. It's 2025, Battlefield 6 just got revealed, and the reveal was perfect. It showed us modern conflict on a scale even the Modern Warfare reboot hadn't. The trailer, perfection. The open beta, even better. It's shaping up to be a spiritual sequel to Battlefield 3 and 4. Modern day warfare, crisp visuals, grounded tone, and that classic Battlefield feel with the industry-leading destruction physics. This is DICE doing what they do best. Stunning visuals, incredible sound design, and each match just being a chaotic sandbox drenched in this modern military aesthetic. And here's the kicker. The whole thing runs at about 55 to 80 gigs. For those visuals, that level of destruction, that's it. Meanwhile, COD is nervous this year again. COD has been shipping yearly releases that tip the scale at 150 gigabytes or more. Black Ops 7 is around the corner and the player base is already hostile. People are tired of the Warzone era BS, sweaty movement metas, the stupid skins. They're tired of SBMM squeezing the fun out of the game that used to be pretty chill. They're tired of downloading a game the size of a hard drive just to have the same tired, ugly Warzone era COD experience. And suddenly, COD's reacting. BO6 skins? Well, they ain't carrying over to BO7. Good. We don't need Beavis and Butthead on Black Ops 7 day one. And just the other day, they quietly reduced the file size of the COD HQ to under 100 gigabytes. Interesting timing, right? You can feel the gears turning behind the scenes. They never responded this quickly to fan complaints, almost like something else pushed them to. Will they keep going, keep making changes, or will they let this year be the year that Battlefield wins because enough COD players are tired? In the past, Battlefield scared COD into reevaluating itself, and some of the most interesting moments in COD history were born from those periods. It doesn't always stick the landing, but sometimes it does. And here with BO7 being another point of COD really not getting it, it will be interesting to see how COD responds. But you know, it's never too early to change for the better. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one.